It's impossible not to hate Hitler for his atrocities. Adolf Hitler, born in Austria in 1889, rose to power as the dictator of Germany in 1933 and remained in that position until his death in 1945. Leading the Nazi Party, he initiated the invasion of Poland in 1939, triggering the start of World War II. During his reign, the heinous genocide of approximately 6 million Jews and countless other victims occurred. Hitler spearheaded the abhorrent Holocaust movement and was infamous for his racism, sexism, and anti-religious beliefs. Despite being raised in a Christian household, he vehemently rejected the concept of God, aligning instead with the notion of survival of the fittest. While Hitler is primarily remembered for his inhumane crimes, it's worth noting that he did possess some political acumen. 1. Nature and animal protection programs. In 1935, the Nazi Party introduced the first national environmental protection law in Germany, the Reich Nature Conservation Act. This law placed areas under protection to protect nature and wildlife by banning deforestation and hunting. These laws remained valid long after the wars in West and East Germany, and later became the basis for other environmental laws. Naturschutz, literally, nature protection, and Tierschutz, literally, animal protection, were a favorite of Hitler and the Nazi Party in general, and would be highly valued today, especially by the ignorance that current politicians show in relation to climate change. Hitler was also a known animal lover. He had a dog named Blondie, who often accompanied him to his official meetings. Towards the end of the war, Hitler tested a cyanide capsule on the dog to see if it would be effective enough if he needed the pill to commit suicide, which killed the dog. It is also to be noted that the animal protection movement was seconded as a cover-up for anti-Semitism, as the Jews sacrificed certain mammals and birds in accordance with their religious beliefs. 2. Gifts for mothers and children. The Nazi Party launched a program to provide certain grants to children in order to help disadvantaged families and provide them with financial support. This institution was called Kindergeld and was very progressive for the time. Mothers were also generally treated well during the Hitler regime, and under him the concept of Mother's Day was introduced as a national holiday, and mothers were given special awards called Mother's Crosses. These changes were very socially uplifting, but let us not forget that this was all racial propaganda to gather manpower for Hitler's war machine. The Ehrenkreuz der Deutschen Mutter, Cross of Honor of the German Mother, was awarded to women. Bronze award for the birth of 4 children, silver for 6, and gold for 8 children. In addition, families with large children received grants to cover their financial expenses. Although all of this may seem progressive, it is important to note that most of these laws were patriarchal propaganda and were introduced to force women to only take on the role of mother or wife. 3. Anti-smoking laws. We rarely meet smokers who really and wholeheartedly quit smoking. If you have never heard of such a person, you now know that Hitler was one of them. Consumption of 25 to 40 cigarettes per day in the first years of life. This man not only gave up this habit, but also motivated his inner circle to do the same. If the sources are to be believed, he gave his closest confidants gold watches when they quit. Lung cancer is the most common type of cancer today. Fortunately, smoking in public was forbidden during Hitler's time. He passed laws banning smoking in public because he hated it himself, making it illegal. 4. Volkswagen. Hitler also played a role in the establishment of the automotive company, Volkswagen. One of his ambitions for Germany was to ensure that every German had access to a car. To achieve this, he enlisted the talents of designer Ferdinand Porsche to create a blueprint for a low-cost vehicle. This automobile was named the KDF Wagen, Strength Through Joy, and was first unveiled at the International Motor Show in Berlin in February 1939. As its main promoter, Hitler marketed the Beetle as the people's car, emphasizing its affordability for all Germans regardless of their economic status. However, with the outbreak of World War II, the factory shifted its focus from manufacturing cars to producing military vehicles. As a result, none of the initially designed cars were sold until after the war ended. Only then did they receive the new name of Volkswagen. 5. Autobahn Project. The Autobahn Project, a prominent highway in Germany that has served the nation for decades, was initially devised by the Weimar Republic. However, it was not until Hitler's regime that the project was constructed and officially opened. The Autobahn, marketed as Adolf Hitler's roads, not only provided a solution to unemployment during his regime, but also offered Germans the unparalleled ease of long-distance travel and a newfound appreciation for their beautiful country. This monumental achievement speaks volumes about the prowess and vision of Germany under Hitler's leadership. All this inventiveness surely came in handy for Hitler to form a successful regime. Since he is passionately hated by the majority, I always had a question: was Hitler a good man in anyone's book? After these few points, I am of the view that there are always two sides to the coin. He was an impressive and kind man to his nation by bringing them out of political and economic depressions. While noting the positives of the Third Reich, it is important to keep in mind that Nazi German was nothing less than purgatory for non-Germans and women, not to forget the atrocities on Jews. However, laws and policies established by Hitler had an ulterior motive behind them, waiting to be just uncovered. If you made it this far, thank you very much, and don't forget to
press this button.
Really helps this video reach a lot of people. And don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts and mind-boggling stuff that happens in this crazy world of ours.